Welcome to your Goat vs. Fish morning motivational, where we wake up so you don't have to. Welcome to your Goat vs. But we know Goat vs. Fish. Oh, Goat vs. Fish is always repeating what Goat vs. Fish says. Well, it's nice when Goat vs. Fish repeats Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish. Welcome to the morning motivational verses. This verse is Goat vs. Fish, and our musication maker, It's Sunshine, will go to Bass Pro Shop in a virtual versus. That great mecca of fish and maybe also goat? Surprise! The goat are versing the fish. Who would have guessed this? So enjoy your hydration, your caffeination, even your inebriation if you're into that kind of verses. Welcome, once again, to the morning motivational with Goat versus Fish. Are you goat or are you fish? Wow, Mom is goat, celebration for goat. Pickle Tunu is goat, celebration for goat. Tatum 44 comes in with the fish. I can fix Amber Heard with 50 bits, starting off the verses with a mighty 50 bits appreciation. It's all on fish, it's all on fish. We're starting the verses with 54 fish, with 54 fish. And now the verses you've all been waiting for, but not waiting as long as you waited yesterverses, because we're almost starting on time. And it's time for Goat versus Fish. And here's your verses. Goat versus Fish. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. I am your versus Goat versus Fish. As witnessed on America's Got Talent, as witnessed on Kill Tony, as witnessed on Green Jellÿ and Juggalo Championship Wrestling and Showtime and Adult Swim. And the Radioactive Chicken Heads, and the Tomorrow Show with Ron Lynch, and at your local dive bar, especially the Maui Sugar Mill Saloon, and maybe a few places like Willytown Fest and the Uncle Joe Show, and all sorts of verses you've never heard of and that you're soon to hear of. It's Goat versus Fish. And make some noise for the Goat versus Fish morning motivational music vessel, It's Sunshine, celebration for It's Sunshine. Listen to those morning sounds. Listen to those morning sounds. And let's look now at the stream The new stream background, Goat and Fish. Let's have a look. Take a gander at this. Take a gander at this. This scene was recorded at a Bass Pro Shop in Colorado. Maybe. Probably, yeah. It was a frosty one, and Goat vs. Fish went to the Bass Pro Shop. And Goat vs. Fish saw fish, as expected, but then Goat vs. Fish saw goat. Goat vs. Fish saw goat at Bass Pro Shop. Goat vs. Fish saw this magnificent display of Goat vs. Fish at the Bass Pro Shop. It was Goat vs. Fish, and though Goat vs. Fish was late for the gig, though we were slightly late for the gig, that's not a true versus. Goat vs. Fish, we made it. We made it on time for the gig, but we were late to pick up Jellÿ, but that's a different versus. Though Goat vs. Fish was running slightly behind, our behinds were not on the fence because we said we need to bring the tripod into Bass Pro Shop, and with the permission from Bass Pro Shop, Goat vs. Fish set up the tripod, and we recorded this glorious scene of Goat vs. Fish. The goat, the fish, the versus. But that's not the only versus at Bass Pro Shop. We also have this. Behold. Fish on the wall at the Bass Pro Shop. They don't move about as much as their live counterparts, but there they are. Many different kinds of fish, many different kinds of goat. And if you look between the goat and fish, you can see the fence. You can see the fence between the goat and fish. Little fences. Fences you put on your feet because fence sitters, they're not as skilled at getting around as goat and fish. Not as skilled at getting around, so they need to put fences on their feet just to mimic half the power, a fraction of the power of a naturally occurring goat or fish. Goat vs. Fish is not here to celebration the death of a goat or a fish, but to remember the lives of the goat and the fish. And simply we wouldn't want these goat and fish to have been taxidermied in vain, so we might as well give them a second life here on Goat vs. Fish. It is an impressive display, and is part of the verses. Yes, I can fix Amber Heard. They're sacrifices, of course. Let these goat and fish not have been taxidermied in obscurity. Let them live on in Goat vs. Fish. Let them live on in Goat vs. Fish. So this versus, we'll be going to Bass Pro Shop. We'll be doing little shopping. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish, Bass Pro Shop. Here's a hat. It's a sparkly one. We thought it really matched the whole Goat vs. Fish aesthetic. This isn't one of those Bass Pro Shops you can get for free just by becoming a member. No, you have to pay extra versus American dollars for this. But Goat vs. Fish thought that we could use the bling.
It's a shiny hat.
Oh, very blingin'. Yes, thank you. Appreciation. Maybe we'll get you a Bass Pro Shop hat by the end of the verses.
Ooh.
Bass Pro Shop is not a sponsor of the Goat vs. Fish live stream.
Why not?
Why not? That's an excellent versus. But Goat vs. Fish is a member of the Bass Pro Shop Rewards program. We want 2% back on every purchase we make from Bass Pro Shop. But Goat vs. Fish, so we do not endorse any of the political machinations of Bass Pro Shop. Goat vs. Fish is not here to tell you that to hunt the goat and the fish is a proper versus, though it is part of Goat vs. Fish. We cannot deny that it does happen. Do not mistake this for an endorsement of the business practices of Bass Pro Shop, but do look at these goat and fish. When you believe in something, goat and fish, when you believe in yourselves, then you find yourselves in other things, you see. When you believe in yourselves, when you resonate on your own goat or fishness, you look out into the universe and you find other goat and fish that resonation with you. And you conduct verses and unifications. So when GoatVsFish sees this magnificent display of goat and fish and where the land meets the sea, GoatVsFish simply must share it with you. And GoatVsFish, we admire the beauty of this verses here. We simply admire the beauty of the verses, and we want to share it with you. It's a special thing. It's a special thing. This isn't about Bass Pro Shop being great. This is about GoatVsFish being a sublime and transcendent influence upon the universe that is the universe itself and can take even a capitalist enterprise in the dystopian nightmare and turn it into something truly beautiful. That is GoatVsFish. It's not just a store. Maybe GoatVsFish, they say, is a little bit more. Celebration for the goat and fish. Celebration for the goat and fish. Ooh, that was a suspension.
Suspended like the fish in the water.
Like the fish in the water, yes. Oh, are those fish swimming in reverse? Don't mind that. It's just a video that we played backwards. You have to keep the verses going. You have to keep the verses going. It's time to start the verses. It's time to count the goat and fish. We thank you for joining the congregation. We thank you for joining the congregation. Oh, where's GoatVsFish? Get back on the verses, GoatVsFish. There's the verses. Hi, welcome back. We've got Jay Sticks in the verses. We've got I Can Fix Amber Heard. We've got Dizzy Be Busy. We have Pat Estedor. We have Wow Mom. We have 999 LSD OCD. We've got Spoon Man. GoatVsFish is setting up a poll on YouTube. Let's have a look at that verses. We have Bass Pro Shop, Amateur Goat Bazaar, and middling or semi-pro fence. GoatVsFish. Semi-pro fence. Well, it's not a shop and it's not a bazaar.
You put the non-voters.
Non-voters?
Or non-believers.
Non-believers? Well, but what would be a shop? It's not a shop, it's not a bazaar. What is the non-believer equivalent of a store? Online shopping cart? Semi-pro fence online shopping cart?
You put clearance, question mark.
Clear, semi-pro, semi-pro fence clearance outlet?
Or clearance purgatory.
Clearance purgatory?
Or
semi-pro fence stock room shelf? That's the verses. It doesn't sound too great, does it? Well, it's not supposed to be great. It's on the fence. Semi-pro fence stockroom shelf will be the third verses. What, are you trying to steal? Are you trying to steal from the fence? No one wants to buy it, so it might as well go to a goat or a fish. In need. So let's start this verses. Start this versus. The YouTube poll is now live. The YouTube poll is now live by all verses. Join the YouTube poll. I Can Fix Amber Heard says 50 bits for GOAT. Says 50 bits for GOAT. Celebration for GOAT. Celebration for GOAT. I Can Fix Amber Heard has now cheered 50 for GOAT and 50 for Fish. And let's have a look at the verses. Let's have a look at the verses. Let's have a look at the verses. Yes. Yester versus, it was a triumph. It was a triumph. Not for Fish, but for GOAT. With 5 Raiders coming in, GOAT won the verses of Radiation, the verses of Marbles. There were more GOAT than Fish. And the polls went to GOAT. That's the YouTube poll that went to GOAT. So Fish, you better get voting. On the Fish side, bits, subscriptions, making some noise went to Fish. So that was 3 verses for Fish and 4 verses for GOAT. And GOAT took the verses. It was a GOAT versus. GOAT won the verses. It's Sunshine. GOAT won the verses.
What?
You left early and then GOAT won the verses. Do you blame yourself?
Congregation, how do you explain this?
It's Sunshine puts it back on the congregation. Well, it's time for us to say farewell to this beautiful verses, for this truly beautiful verses. So, it's Sunshine. We liked last verses when we were erasing the board and clearing the verses. You were playing a nice pleasant celebration. A nice easygoing, almost mysterious, the possibilities, the things to come. Yes, new verses are ahead. It's bittersweet as we see farewell to old verses, and yet we welcome in new verses. So let's erase this verses and let's start anew. We already have 50 bits for GOAT from I Can Fix and 50 bits for Fish. I Can Fix might be on the fence, might be on the fence. Might be on the fence. Let's clear the verses. Welcome everyone to another morning motivational with GOAT versus Fish. A lot happened. A lot happened. Recently, we've been doing some experimentation with vertical goat and fish. We think we're going to keep up this experimentation of vertical goat and fish for this new verses. You have to try new things. In some ways, we keep it classical ways. It's still goat versus fish after all. But we're not afraid to add variation. We're not afraid to add variation to your morning motivation. It's a classic verses of goat versus fish. How can we learn and how can we grow? Does anyone even know? Does anyone even know? Well, perhaps we learn and we grow with variation. Variation and consistency. It's a goat versus fish situation again. After all, if you change all the goat to fish and all the fish to goat, you reverse the whole verses. Why, you might forget who was goat and who was fish, and these changes might be so deranged. So deranged would be these changes that you would not know from whence you started or from where you go. But if we keep it goat versus fish, but slightly reposition the verses and see how it affects goat versus fish. Now this is an experimentation. This is an experimentation worthy of goat versus fish. Who knows, maybe next morning motivation, goat versus fish, will say something quite the reverse. But there's your variation again. There's your variation again. Let's center the verses now. Last verse is, we already had goat and fish there. But this verse is, let's center the verses of goat versus fish. That's a nice verses. That's a nice verses. And goat versus fish, we know we have already 50. 50 for goat. From I Can Fix Amber Heard, and we have 50 for fish. This is a known verses. Do we want the verses? Do we want the verses there, or do we want the verses centrally? Let's try a centrally verse. Let's try a centrally verse. Meanwhile, goat and fish, last verse is T-Bear 505 got a job and asked the interviewer, are you goat or fish? What are some of the verses you're doing, goat and fish? What are some of the verses you're doing? We would love to know. We would love to know what's going on and how goat versus fish is helping you get through the verses. Goat and fish, it's time, it's time. It's time for your morning declarations. For your morning declarations. Are you goat or are you fish? Let's get this verses started. Let's get this verses started. We have I Can Fix Amber Heard with 10 bits. Says 10 for It's Sunshine. 10 for Sunshine to decide where it goes to. Yesterday he was fish, but today is he goat. It seems like there's not much that we would ask you to do for a mere 10 bits, but it seems that I Can Fix is asking you to choose goat or fish, and that we would ask you to do any verses. So for 10 bits, goat or fish?
10 bits. For 10 bits, I'm going to stay fish, but not just any fish. I'm going to be a fish that makes noise.
Noise fish! Celebration for fish! Wait, we couldn't hear you. Go one more time, please. A fish that makes noise. Nice fish, nice fish, nice noise fish. If you didn't think It's Sunshine was a fish that makes noise, now It's Sunshine definitely is making some noise. That's 10 bits for fish. That's 10 more bits for fish.
Blob, blob. Blob, blob. Blob.
64 fish. Blob. Where is the mighty goat versus fish crown? Oh, the mighty goat versus fish crown. It's around. It's around. The mighty crown of goat versus fish is very much around. But this verse is The background of Goat vs. Fish is coming from a Bass Pro Shop, so Goat vs. Fish thought that we would dress for the verses. We would dress for the verses. And it does have a fish on it. Where's the goat, you may ask? We're getting to that. We're getting to goat. Pedested, or are you goat? Or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? And more critically, for this fence-sitting one in the crowd, I can fix, are you goat or fish? You've cheered 50 for goat, you've cheered 60 for fish. There's nothing against the rules of Goat versus Fish that says that a goat cannot cheer for fish. Perhaps you did not know this. When a goat or a fish makes a contribution in the verses of Goat versus Fish, even a fish can say this is for goat. Or a goat can say this is for fish. They can do this if they wish.
These are modern times and we require modern Goat versus Fish solutions.
Yes, yes. But the verses still remains I can fix _ Amber Heard. Are you goat or are you fish? Every verses we ask this. Every verses we ask this. You said you're hooked on Goat versus Fish? Well, are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or fish? I can fix Amber Heard says I switch all the time. It's a hard decision. No one said Goat versus Fish would be easy. But it's the morning motivational. It's time to get up off that fence. It's time to get up off that fence and choose goat or fish. Even if you change all the time, even if you change all the time without reason or rhyme, without pelts or slime, there is always the verses of now. You are doing projection into the past and into the future. Oh, sometimes I'm goat. Oh, sometimes I'm fish. Look within yourself. Look within yourself. Are you goat or are you fish? Now, this very verses, this very morning motivational, this very Goat versus Fish. This is your existence. Goat or fish? 999 LSD says, I am goat, and Chris8569 says, I am fish. We've got a goat and we've got a fish. Celebration. Celebration for goat and for fish. That's a goat. And that's a fish. That's one goat and one fish. Spoonman says it is goat. Celebration for Spoonman the goat. Spoonman, do you eat cereal with yourself? Goat versus Fish wants to know if you eat cereal with yourself. TMLZ Rules says fish. That's another fish in the verses. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. We have two fish. And we have two goat. Thundertrack says goat. Thundertrack says goat. Thundertracks, can you do a favor for Goat versus Fish? Thundertracks, would you be willing to cheer 144 bits to Goat versus Fish? Would you be willing to cheer 144? We think we spent a little bit of time on the back end of the stream, and we want to see what happens when you cheer 144 bits to Goat versus Fish. We think we might have something special for you. Let's find out. Let's find out if Thundertracks is up for the verses. And celebration for Goat, Thundertrack, celebration for Goat. Padistedor's Fish, celebration for Fish. Celebration for Fish, Padistedor Fish. And we have here on Goat versus Fish, J-Sticks, are you goat or fish? Dizzy Be Busy, are you goat or fish? Wow Mom. Wow Mom is in the verses. Wow Mom declared goat. Wow Mom declared goat. We know Wow. Pickle Tone, you declared fish. That's one more goat and one more fish. Pickle Tone, you declared goat. Tatum 44 declared fish. So that's two more goat. Pickle Tone, you goat. Wow Mom goat. Tatum 44 fish. Let the Goat versus Fish calling out of the goat and fish just be a meditation for you, a musication. Someone may say, how can you listen to this? How can you listen to this? What are they even talking about? Someone is just reading off random names of users in chat and saying that they are goat or they are fish. Let it be a relaxation. Yes. Yes. It's a warm and welcoming feeling to know that every morning Motivational, the Goat and Fish are making their declarations. I can fix as I close my eyes and I see Ruibach the goat from Yesterverses. You remember Ruibach, don't you?
That's the one with the chain.
It might have been the one without the chain.
Gone but not forgotten.
There you go, Thunder Tracks, for 144 bits. Your musications for 144 bits, Thunder Tracks. It's in the verses now. And for 1,044 bits, it plays a longer extended verses. And also, if you exclamation point tip for $10.44, we believe it plays the extended verses. And for $1.44, it plays the short verses. Appreciation for Thunder Tracks for your contribution to Goat vs. Fish. That's 144 for the Goat, 144 for Goat. That makes 194. That makes 194. Start off for Goat. 194 for Goat. Celebration. Ruibach the Punk Goat. Ruibach the Punk Goat. That was Thunder Tracks. I Can Fix Amber Heard says, today I am Goat. Celebration for Goat. The celebration for Goat. I Can Fix Amber Heard has fixed themselves for Goat. Now remember, Goat and Fish. On Tu's verses, it was a verses for Fish. On Wen's verses, it was a verses for Goat. So this Goat versus Fish Thursday, we are going to determine who wins this week. Who wins this week of the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivational? Will it be Goat? Will it be Fish? Will there be unification? Will there be a mighty versus? We are going to be counting sound alerts. We're going to be counting bits and donations. We're going to be counting subscriptions. We're going to be counting radiations. We're going to be counting polls, maybe some marble races. Goat or Fish? It's time. It's time, Goat and Fish. It's time for Goat vs. Fish. The versus now starts. The versus now starts. J-Stick says Fish. Let's get one more fish. One more fish. J-Stick's the fish. We have 2. We have 6 fish. That's another 144 from Thunder Tracks. Celebration, celebration. Celebration, celebration. That makes 298 plus 40 makes 338. Let's do it, Sunshine, go. $338 for Goat, $338 for Goat. A shout out for Thunder Tracks, a shout out for Thunder Tracks. A shout out for Thunder Tracks. Go and follow Thunder Tracks for their support of Goat vs. Fish and their musications and their musications. Appreciation for your contribution to Goat vs. Fish, not just with bits, but also with your musications in the sound alerts. Now, JJ Bond says, I say Goat. JJ Bond says, I say Goat. Artman says, this goat eats a fish. That's 2 Goat. Vind says Fish. That's 1 fish. That's 1 fish. And 2 more Goat. That's 1 fish and 2 more Goat. Artman, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. You're in the verses. You're in the verses. You're in the verses. Cheers, Goat vs. Fish. Cheers to you, Artman. A celebration for your living streams. Have you been doing your living streams, Artman? Have you been going out to the beaches of Venice? Have you been talking to the Goat and Fish on the strip and seeing how drunk they are and seeing if they'll do crazy things crazy things on Goat vs. Fish. And welcome, Chris. Welcome, Chris. You're not Chaos Chris, are you? On YouTube for fish. On the YouTube poll, we have Bass Pro Shop with 33% of the vote. Amateur Goat Bazaar with 67% of the vote. Goat vs. Fish, we're about to get into doing some Bass Pro Shop. We're about to go to Bass Pro Shop, Goat and Fish. We're about to go to Bass Pro Shop, but before we do, let's do some morning celebrations. Let's do some morning celebrations and some morning funkifications. Let's start with the morning celebrations. Celebrations. Morning celebrations, morning ovations. However you want to versus it. Goat and Fish. Let's start the morning celebrations and your morning ovations. Time to get up off your duff and time to get moving. Get your hooves and fins about shoulder width apart, pointed slightly outwards. Stretch up towards the verses. Ah, yes. Yes, the blood is flowing. Together now. Down we go. And we rise in celebration. Celebration. It's a great way to start the day. Celebration. Celebration. Two more, it's sunshine. Two more. Celebration. Final verses. Big celebration now. Celebration. Has that become any easier for you now that you've done it at least a dozen times?
My glutes are at its fittest.
Fittest glutes. And speaking of the fittest glutes to boot, Ivysaur EG, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Are you goat or fish? ADHD Paul, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Dizzy Be Busy is goat. Speaking of fittest glutes, let's get that morning funkifications going. Let's shake those rumps. Goat and Fish, if you didn't want to do the morning verses, the morning celebrations, well, Goat and Fish, it's time. Shake your rumps, yeah. There's no false way to do it. Just got to move it. No false way to do it, just gotta move it. No false way to do it, just gotta move it. Get your glutes into it. No false way to do it, just gotta move it. Get your glutes into it. Shake your boots now. this? What do you think of the semi-transparent posterior of goat versus fish? Pretty nice, huh? We think we might have lost a bit of weight back there. You can scarcely even see it.
How do you go to the bathroom?
These are one of the great mysteries of goat versus fish. This has been your morning funkification, your morning funkification! And that's Twitch. That's the world of live streaming for you. As soon as we started shaking Rump, we got up to 19 viewers on Twitch. Everyone just wants to see Rump shaking. It's true. It's true. Ivysaur EG is fish. Disney Busy is goat. That's one more fish. That's one more goat. Artman, who is quite a seasoned streamer, if you haven't gathered that, says the addition of a musical guest is reason for celebration. Yes.
Hey, thank you, Artman.
But It's Sunshine is not a mere guest on Goat vs. Fish. It's Sunshine is the Goat vs. Fish morning motivational musication vessel here on Goat vs. Fish. And Summer Sausage with 279 bits. Summer Sausage is back in the verses with 279 bits for fish. Ivysaur EG with fish. Dizzy Be Busy with goat. Summer Sausage with fish. ADHD Paul with goat. So we have 2 goat and 2 fish and 279 for the fish. $279 for fish. 279. Ah, goat versus fish. 279. Why, that would make 339 for fish. That's one more than goat. That's one more than goat. That's one more than goat.
Close match.
Fish with a strategic move by the Summer Sausage. 339, and let's get that sausage. Let's get that sausage. Let's get that sausage. Sausage fish. That's a fat one. Summer sausage fish. Sausage fish. Are you gonna rub it? Summer sausage laying down the verses. 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 But Vind says fish. Vind says fish. We didn't count the Vind fish. That is one more fish. Vind for fish. And we have I can fix Amber Heard with 2 for goat. Looks like it's going to be one of those kinds of verses. 2 bits for goat. That makes 340. That makes 340 for goat. It's 340 for goat versus 339 for fish. The versus is now going goat. The versus is now going goat. The versus is now going goat. I can fix Amber Heard says, "What's up, Summer Sausage?" and immediately lays the smackdown on goat. Bye goat to the fish. So goat and fish, we wanted to treat you this versus. Thank you Thank you, I Can Fix, for the 2 bits. You're really keeping the spirit of Goat versus Fish here in the verses. Goat and Fish, let's do one marble roll. Let's do a morning marble roll. Just one nice little morning marble roll, just for the congregation. We know you love it so. One marble roll. It's nice to get into Goat versus Fish early, because you have to start the marble roll. You have to start the marble roll. And this verse is, we're going to do a very Bass Pro Shop kind of verses. Celebration more fish. Celebration more fish. Does it count as a point for goat or fish? Does what count as a point for goat or fish? So this is going to be a very Bass Pro Shop kind of marble race. It's less of a race and more of a test
army is ever
of your
growing,
accuracy.
And soon I will overthrow the world. Very beautiful. Very powerful.
Summer sausage with 25 bits of blub and 50 bits of fish army. Exclamation point play, type it in the Twitch chat, exclamation point play today. You have 3 minutes to join the verses. 3 minutes to join the verses. This one is called Buckshot. This one is called Buckshot. It's a versus of accuracy. So it is very much a Bass Pro Shop kind of marble race, Goat and Fish. We're staying on theme.
A very big fish.
Very big fish. Now, summer sausage. With the bits, summer sausage with the bits, summer sausage with the bits. Not only the bits, but also with the sound alerts, Goat and Fish. Oh, my verses. That was scary. That was a scary one. So are these verses of Summer Sausage, are they going to count for sound alerts and for bits? Are they going to count for double the verses? Are they going to count for double the verses? Goat versus Fish, we have to ponder this. But for now, we're going to count double verses now. We're going to encourage the use of the sound alerts by counting them for double the verses. You have 1 minute and 25 to get into the marble race. Type exclamation point play in the Twitch chat of Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish will play. And that's now Summer Sausage with 275 bits. Make that 300 appreciation. It's easier on the calculation. 639 now for Summer Sausage, and 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5 sound alerts for Fish. Five sound alerts for Fish. And in celebration of Fish, Oh, Summer Sausage is a tough and experienced fish. In celebration of Fish, this verse is, we're going to do the sunfish. Look, it's the sunfish. Look, sunshine.
That's me?
It's the sunfish.
Whoa.
Wow, look at the sunfish. It's the sunfish. I Can Fix Amber Heard makes a change to Fish. I Can Fix Amber Heard is changing to Fish. Oh, my verses, are you changing to Fish? Just because you see the writing on the fence and you say, I want to be on the winning side? Here's the race. Once again, less of a race and more of a test of accuracy. We've got I Can Fix Amber Heard. We've got T-Bear 505, Summer Sausage, Vind, J-Sticks, Pat Estedor, Dizzy Be Busy, Wow Mom, and Goat versus Fish. All in contention. favorite goat or fish in this versus. Here comes I Can Fix Amber Heard. Makes it center versus Make It Center versus. Here comes Summer Sausage. Here comes Vind with an impressive showing. Here comes Pat to center. Everyone's looking low. Oh, my versus. There's Wow Mom. Wow Mom wins the versus. Wow Mom wins the versus. Wow Mom wins the versus with the glow stick sushi roll. Wow Mom with the celebration. Wow Mom, I Can Fix Amber Heard, Vind, Dizzy Me Busy, Panda Set, or Summer Sausage 01, T-Bear 505, and Goat vs. Fish. For Goat, let's get that marble win in for Goat. That blue marble represents one marble win for Goat. There's a lot to keep track of on Goat versus Fish. It's a very glyphic kind of language. Summer Sausage with 25 bits for Fish, and I Can Fix Amber Heard has changed from Goat to Fish. Now that doesn't mean that your previous cheering for Goat now transfers for Fish, but it does mean that you as a Goat have now become a Fish. So let's have that in the verses. Your previous contributions still are for Goat. But that is one less Goat and one more Fish. Yes, you're Fish for now until Goat gets more points. You can cheer for Goat. You can cheer for Goat and then become Goat. But that's Summer Sausage. That's Summer Sausage. With another Fish blub. And... oh, my verses. Fish Army. That's 704 for Fish, and 2 more sound alerts for Fish. Appreciation, Summer Sausage, for your contribution. Appreciation. And Wow Mom played the Goat Race, the Venture Brothers Goat Race. It seems the sound alerts are getting backed up. This does happen sometimes when you overwhelm the sound alert system on Goat versus Fish. We want to hear all the sound alerts, but where are they? We see that Wow Mom has 100 bits for Venture Brothers Goat Race, but where are the sound alerts? Where are the sounds for Goat versus Fish? In the mean verses, though. Let's get to Goat in there. Let's get this chunky guy.
My fish army is ever growing, and soon I will overthrow the world. Very beautiful, very powerful.
If you want to fix a horse race, you have to buy all the horses, or in this case, the goats. Yay.
That's a sound alert for Goat. I'm a little disappointed that there's now a bigger shark here in the verses of Goat versus Fish. I used to be the only stuffed shark, and now there's a bigger shark. You know, when I was on Baby Shark, I'm used to being considered a baby, even though, well, I'm clearly not a baby anymore. But now with that other big shark in there, it's making me feel like a baby all over again. It's kind of traumatizing me. It's bringing me back to my baby trauma that is still unresolved. My therapist was talking about that. I don't really know what any of it means, but I will say it back to you to make it sound like that I'm really working on myself. So.
It means that you can be tried as an adult shark.
I would rather not be tried as an adult shark. I would honestly rather. I don't really want to be held accountable for my actions like that. So I think as long as I'm still resolving my childhood trauma, I should be tried as a child, but I should still be able to go into any establishment I want and procure any drugs or alcohol that I want. Does that seem fair?
Only if you have adult supervision.
Oh.
And an ankle monitor.
Oh.
Fin monitor.
Yeah, is that something I can buy at Bass Pro Shop? Can I buy an ankle monitor at Bass Pro Shop?
It comes with all the fish. It's injected
What if I
into all
just
the
eat you
fish.
like this? Ah! That's another sound alert for fish. That's another sound alert for fish. That's 2 for fish. That's 2 for fish. 2 for fish. This is becoming a sound alert versus, and 100 for Venture Goat. For Wow Mom and the Venture Goat. We have no, there was no subscription. There was just sound alerts and summer sausage with 125 bits. It is now 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 goat to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 fish, 829 for fish, 440 for goat, and so many sound alerts for fish. So many sound alerts for fish. The sound alerts, they're counting both for bits. They're counting both for bits and for alerts, these verses. The most goated fish, says JJ Bonds, the most goated fish. Okay, goat and fish. Celebration, summer sausage with 46 bits. Appreciation, bringing us to an even 900. Bringing us to an even 900. Summer sausage is slow rolling the verses. Summer sausage is demonstration. Demonstration that you can triumph in your verses with small, meaningful actions. No, goat and fish. It's not all about laying it all on the line all at once. Sometimes, goat and fish, it's about giving a little of yourself every verses. And bit by bit, fish by fish, goat by goat, the verses does grow. The verses does grow. As a matter of goat versus fish, this contribution's by Summer Sausage. Before we get into Bass Pro Shop, we're going to sing a song for you, goat versus fish. We're going to plug in our guitar and we're going to learn a little song together. Because this Summer Sausage type contribution is making goat versus fish feel a certain kind of way. And we have Skeletor3322 on YouTube who says the greatest collab in Goatfish history, no offense. Skeletor, are you goat or are you fish? It's about getting off with Goat versus Fish. It is about getting off that fence. I Can Fix Amber Heard says, plug in your keyboard. We would love to plug in the keyboard. However, we need to make some purchases in order to do that. However, could we hypothetically plug in the keyboard using what you have just there? Could it be done? Could it be done?
It could be done if you don't mind not hearing guitar.
If you don't mind not hearing guitar. Ooh, an interesting verses. It could be done if you don't mind not hearing guitar. Perhaps we can put it to a vote, but we will say this. Goat and Fish. We'll say this, that for a contribution of 20 versus American dollars, 2,000 bits, or an exclamation point tip of $20, then we will sub out the guitar for the piano right now. We'll stop everything. We'll stop all of our big plans for the stream, and we'll plug the piano in. Or you can wait until next stream and then hear the piano. Considering that the piano costs 1,000 Goat versus Fish 100 more times. 20 versus American dollars. Seems like a fair enough versus. If you're willing to pay for 1% of the piano. Then you can hear it.
I love you too, 999 LSD OCD.
So this versus is going to be in D. This is a D type versus. We're going to be DGA. Dag, yo. Dag, yo. So this versus is about how together with Goat versus Fish that we can grow ever so slowly. Summer Sausage reminds us with bit by bit, with small contribution by small contribution. With small contribution by small contribution, we can make a beautiful versus. So it goes like this. You may have heard this before. It goes fish by fish, goat by goat. Gonna make this versus grow. All it takes is a fish and a goat and a place to ask around. Are you fish or are you goat? Sitters say they don't know. So we ask, are you fish or a goat? Till the fence comes tumbling down. Just the goats. Now the fish, now the fish. Fish by fish, goat by goat. I'm gonna make this versus grow. All it takes is a fish and a goat till the fence comes crumbling down. Till the fence comes crumbling down. Celebration! Thunder tracks with 400 bits. That's 4 hits. That's 4 hits. And goat versus fish. Go. Celebration for Thunder Tracks with 400 for goat versus fish, bit by bit, fish by fish, goat by goat. That makes it 840 for goat. Dr. Get Good Gaming with goat on a 10 versus streak, and GoatVsFish is returning to goat versus fish for goat. That's a big goat strike against fish. Goat are coming back in the verses. Goat are coming back in the verses with GoatVsFish and 400 from Thunder Tracks Goat. Celebration! That's 800, that's 900, 984, and a goat, 984 and a goat, and what's this?
I forgive you.
Goat versus fish, 984 for goat, 984 for goat! Thunder Tracks laying it down! Thunder Tracks laying it down with 984 for goat, and Summer Sausage returning versus with 61. 961 for the fish, 961 for the fish. Oh wait a versus. That wasn't Summer Sausage. Wait a versus. Still 900 for fish. I can fix Amber Heard with 61 for goat. Wait, goat versus fish. Reverse the versus. Goat versus fish. We have 61 from I Can Fix Amber Heard for the goat. 61 for goat. Oh, my verses. 5 now in the verses. 5 now in the verses. And another 6. That's 1,045 now for goat. And a fish blub. That's another 25 for fish. That's another 25. That's another 50 for fish. That's 2 blubs for the fish. That's 2 blubs for the fish. It's 950 for fish. 950 for fish. And it's 2 sound alerts, and it's 2 sound alerts for fish. It's 2 sound alerts for fish. Fish with 2 sound alerts. And now, goat versus fish. We have to review the verses. We have to review the verses now. We have to review the verses. Celebration, goat dizzle, celebration. Oh, we have to mark the goat for goat dizzle, goat. Goat dizzles in the verses for goat. Celebration for goat. Your goat has been versus. And now, goat versus fish. We're going to do a little verseception. Goat versus fish. We have to review the verses. We have to review the verses now. We have to review the verses. It's a celebration, goat dizzle, celebration. Oh, we have to mark the goat for versus for goat. Celebration for goat. Your goat has been versus. And now, goat versus fish. We're going to do a little verseception. Goat versus fish. We have to review the verses. We have to review the verses now. We have to review the verses. It's a celebration, goat dizzle, celebration. Oh, we have to mark the goat for Thunder Tracks with 100 for goat. Thunder Tracks with 100 for goat, and a shark for fish, and a shark for fish. 1,050 for fish. 1,050 for fish. 1,145 for goat. And another shark sound alert, another shark sound alert for the fish, another shark sound alert for the fish. But goat versus fish. Oh, goat versus fish. We have to go back in the verses. We have to go. Goat versus, that's another 100 bits. Just this versus for Thunder Tracks for goat. And another shark sound. We have to go back. We have to go back in the verses to see if goat versus fish accidentally erased some bits. So there's 900 for fish. There's 900 for fish. Yes, it was 900. We have reconfirmed the verses. Goat versus fish. We didn't lose any bits for the fish. We erased the 0 from 900 and we 900 it again. So goat versus fish. No bits were lost. Do not despair. We have the same verses for fish. Goat versus fish. We have the same verses for fish. Okay, goat and fish. Okay, goat and fish. 100 more from Thunder Tracks. 100 more from Thunder Tracks for goat. I think we're all caught up. How was that? How did that feel? How did that feel at Sunshine?
Chaotic and smooth.
Chaotic and smooth. We appreciate your smoothness on Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish can be a very chaotic versus. Even in the morning motivational. Can be a very chaotic versus. But you have brought a serenity to Goat vs. Fish, even amongst all of this chaos. Oh yes, even amongst all of this chaos. Appreciation. We think we missed 100 bits for fish. Wait, the verses. No, it was 950 and then the 100 for Jaws. No, it's still 1050 for fish. Still 1050 for fish. Still 1050 for fish. 5 for goat. 5 for goat. We think it's time to get to Bass Pro Shop. It's been an hour and 13 into the stream. It's time to visit Bass Pro Shop. It's time to visit Bass Pro Shop, the long promise of the living stream of Goat vs. Fish. To visit Bass Pro Shop and appreciation for your continued contributions to Goat vs. Fish. For your continued contributions to Goat vs. Fish. But first, there's always something to do first, Goat and Fish. You know this. There's always something to do first on Goat vs. Fish, and this versus, the verses that we're going to do first, is check on It's Sunshine to see how their Twitch is doing. It's Sunshine is our morning motivational music vessel here on Goat vs. Fish. It's Sunshine has 27 followers here on Twitch. We're trying to get It's Sunshine to 50 and beyond, but we're starting with 50.
Yay, 27.
So if there are any of you watching the stream now who have not followed It's Sunshine, now's the time. Now is the time. Even if you're watching this VOD after the verses, even if you're not watching it live, twitch.tv/It's Sunshine. That's ITSSANSHINE. It's time to follow It's Sunshine. Our glorious 12 viewers watching Goat vs. Fish and 2 on YouTube. It's time for It's Sunshine. Time to do your propers for It's Sunshine. Thunder Tracks has followed. Thunder Tracks has followed. Do we have a versus?
Thank you, Thunder
That's
Tracks.
28! 28 for It's Sunshine celebration!
Yay, thank you, Thunder Tracks.
You know what that means?
My fish army is ever growing,
Fish!
and soon I will overthrow the world. Very beautiful, very powerful.
Let's do it. We've programification Thunder Tracks into the verses. Sunfish, are you ready to take it away?
Yeah.
Ready to take it away? Here it comes. Here it comes. And we're going to get that fish army. We're going to get that fish army appreciation. Summer sausage for the fish army.
Yay!
Summer Sausage with 25, Thunder Tracks with 100, Summer Sausage with 50 with the sound alerts, and I Can Fix Amber Heard says, listen to this. Let's look at this versus. We have, can we even see it here? No, it's from so long ago. We'll just have to show you this way. I can fix Amber says cheers 100 bits, but then says 200 for fish. Oh, but cheer 100. But here's the verses. I Can Fix Amber Heard, you see. Because your exclamations for fish, you were so excited for fish that you put an exclamation in front of your first cheer 100, which means that Twitch did not comprehension that you were saying cheer 100. You were so excited for fish. There's the verses. There's the verses. And Summer Sausage with the fish blub. Now, Amber Heard, we need to make a confirmation here. Are you still? No, you changed to fish, didn't you? Did you change back to fish? That's 200 for fish. So here's the thing. I went to the bar in Albuquerque, and look, I am of legal age, but I have a vertical ID because I'm kind of a vertical shark, and they said they would not accept vertical ID. They would only accept horizontal ID. So once again, I am treated like an infant when I want to be treated like an adult, and I'm treated like an adult when I want to be treated like an infant. Why can't I just be treated like a child when I want to be treated like a child and treated like an adult when I want to be treated like an adult? Why can't the world be exactly how I want it to be? I was a child star, damn it! I was a star! I'm thinking of starting an OnlyFins. Would any of you subscribe to that? Thunder Tracks with 200 bits, 1650 now. 1650 now for Goat. We really need to get an eraser so we don't have to lick our fingers and eat chalk. Nice verses, it's Sunshine. Nice verses. That's another baby shark with Summer Sausage. Summer Sausage with another baby shark. Summer Sausage and what's my verses. It's happening again! Thunder Tracks with 100 bits. Thunder Tracks with 100 bits and another baby shark. And a Jaws. Goat versus Fish. They're really putting Goat versus Fish to the verses on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo, so much work.
So much work. This is hard work, Goat and Fish.
This is manual labor right here.
This is labor. We do this for you. We do this for you. That's $17.50 for Goat, and that's $1,800 for Fish. Ugh. But now we must live up to the promise of both Jaws and where are your goats? Where are your goats? And now the promise. You see, we're doing a little communication with Summer Sausage because they played the Baby Shark and the Jaws in the same verses, so we have to do this now. Now this is what has to happen. It has to be like this. It must be done. Hey there, big guy. What brings you to this part of town? No, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. You know, I'm just the latest thing. Hey, we're trying to have a scene here. I'm just the latest thing, you know. Look, Jaws, I took a lot of inspiration from you. I really did, but, you know, Baby Shark's the new thing. Well, what do you mean? Well, I know. Look, Jaws is a classic. I'm not saying Jaws isn't a classic. Oh, you think Jaws is gonna outlive Baby Shark, huh? You think your old fogey horror shark movie is gonna outlive Baby Shark? Well, let me tell you. Fish on fish versus. It's a fish on fish versus. We've got drama on Goat versus Fish. Baby Shark and large plush shark, they're having a versus now. And it's a false versus. It's a false versus. Fish, you need to be versing those goats. You need to versus the goat. You need to versus the goat. I can fix Amber Heard with 50 bits for goat. Thundertracks cheered 100 bits 3 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago, it seems like ancient verses, doesn't it? Thunderheads is celebration for goats. Uh-oh, it looks like It's Sunshine is getting inspiration. Uh-oh, we have to. Oh, don't stop. Oh, don't stop. It seems like It's Sunshine is taking inspiration. Let's bring It's Sunshine rocking out in the Bass Pro Shop. Wait a verses. It's Sunshine. If you're going to rock out in the Bass Pro Shop, we insist. We insist that you wear one of these free hats that we got for becoming a member. You said you wanted a sponsorship. Well, this isn't really a sponsorship. Now, this is the Bass Pro Shop Club hat. That belongs to Goat vs. Fish. We're a member of the club. You can't have that one.
Oh, I like clubs.
We have Bass Pro Shop Blue. Bass Pro Shop Black. Or Bass Pro Shop Orange. Now, It's Sunshine, in recognition of your service to Goat vs. Fish, we are now going to gift you one of these Bass Pro Shop hats Do you wish the orange Bass Pro Shop hat, the blue Bass Pro Shop hat, or the black? Though there is no black or white, there's only goat and fish, and in this verse is black as fish.
I want blue one.
The blue verses?
Yeah.
Is that a confirmation? Make some noise!
Yeah.
Make some noise for Bass Pro Shop Blue! It's Sunshine Bears with Bass Pro Shop Blue!
Yeah. Danke.
Now let's rock out! Let's rock out with your new hat! We have some sad news. We have some sad news on Goat versus Fish. Pat Estedor says, sadly, my lunch vacation has ended, so I will lower the volume on these mighty verses and listen while I pretend to work. Oh. Well, I can fix Ember Heard says 2 bits is 2 bits for neither goat nor fish, but just for Sunshine. Sunshine, you are a fish, though.
I'm a sunfish.
You're a sunfish. So that's 2 bits for fish.
Thank you, Amber Heard.
That 2 bits came in the form of a babana that we fed you earlier. Thunder Tracks, not to be outversed, 2 bits for goat. Two bits for goat. It's time! It's time now to go to Bass Pro Shop! It's time to go to Bass Pro Shop! And now, oh my verses, I can fix Amber Heard. Look at what you've done now. $1,804 for goat. The studio audience is really, really into this verses. Let's go to BassProShop.com. Let's go to BassProShop.com. Let's go to... This site can't be reached.
Uh-oh.
2 for fish. That's 1,804 all across the verses. Well, looks like we can't go to Bass Pro Shop. And might we say, Might we say appreciation blub for fish, summer sausage blubbing for fish? Might we say that even with 10 glorious Twitch viewers, you're the 10 best glorious Twitch viewers that Goat vs. Fish could ever versus for. You're all here, you're all chatting, you're all participation. Fatality is on YouTube, who says fish morning to you. Celebration for fish on YouTube. That's another fish, and 2 blubs for fish, and weed pipe with fish. 2 more fish, and 50 bits for fish, and 2 sound alerts for fish. The verses have been noted.
What fish have you got that isn't jugged?
Rabbit!
What, rabbit fish?
Yes. It's got fins.
The rabbit fish! Let's try bassproshops.com.
You become what you always were. A very big fish.
BassPro.com. They keep it simple. Very big fish. Come with us to a verseful place where you have to verify your age in order to get access to the website. You have to verify your age at Bass Pro Shop. We need to know. We need to know. We need to know how old you are. Summer sausage with 200 bits. Okay, time for age verification. It's Sunshine. How old are you? How many thousands of years old are you?
I'm 77 fish years.
77 fish years. Is that 18 years of age or older in Bass Pro Shop years?
That is any age I get paid to be.
Any age you get paid to be. Well, you did get 2 bits earlier and a banana.
Oh, in that case, I'm 50.
In that case, you're 50. Okay. Well, and Goat vs. Fish is infinity versus old, so... but wait, is everyone in the chat of Goat vs. Fish? Is everyone here in the congregation? 18? Make some noise at Goat vs. Fish. Do not are you 18? If you're 18, please say so in the chat now. If you're not, then get the fence out of here. This is an 18 or older stream, and that's not a lie. I can fix Amber Heard says I'm 31. Thank you, Amber Heard. We know you can be a bit fence-ish, but we appreciate you being straight up with Goat vs. Fish. And if you're too young, you can just go to happytreefriends.com or something. Age has been verified. Celebration, we did it. We verified our age. Let's go. We value your privacy. By using this site, you agree to the use of cookies. Okay, whatever the Goat vs. Fish. Now...
Leroy Dragons!
Oh, my verses. Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish can do better than that. Bass Pro Shop with the goat on the hat. It's a goat fish. Let's go to Bass Pro Shop. Leroy Jenkins. It goes to show you, Goat and Fish, that sometimes you have the best laid plans. You say, I'm going to Bass Pro Shop with my friends. And the best laid plans, they go to fence. When suddenly in busts in Leroy Jenkins and just fences up the whole place, tossing all the merchandise all over the floor and burning hats in the corner and summer sausage with 500 for Leroy Jenkins. It's Sunshine. Are you familiar with Leroy Jenkins?
Yeah, the Warcraft guy.
Oh, it's an ancient versus celebration. It's Sunshine is knowledgeable about this versus. Is Leroy a fish? Well, Summer Sausage cheered the 500, so we're giving it to Fish. Now I Can Fix Amber Heard is going like,
The Leroy Jenkins sound clip, I think, is from, well, it started in Warcraft, and then after the guy went to all these conventions and got paid millions of dollars to do the Leroy Jenkins bit.
millions?
Yes, in bits. Failing which, 100,000 less bits.
Valentine's. Goat vs. Fish is booked at the Comedy Store on Valentine's Day. We're going to go back to Bass Pro Shop. You did this to yourself. You did this to yourselves! Goat vs. Fish will be at the Comedy Store Los Angeles on Valentine's Day. That's February, Valentine's Day. We believe the second Saturday of February. Goat vs. Fish will be at the Comedy Store Los Angeles. It's Sunshine might even be there too, observing the verses. And we're going to be playing some romantical songs. So if you're in Los Angeles and you want to come to the Comedy Store and watch Goat vs. Fish play some romantical songs on Billy Myers III's The Riff Raff, then come to the Comedy Store Los Angeles, and we think we might. We're going to skip the intro and just get right into the verses. Well, we have to Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Pause on this verses. Pause on this verses. We're no strangers to Goat vs. Fish. You know the question, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You won't get this from a fence-sitting kind of guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm versus make you understand. Never gonna choose a goat, never gonna choose a fish, never gonna choose a goat or fish. Never gonna choose a goat, never gonna choose a fish, never gonna choose a goat or fish. We've versed each other for so very long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside, we both know what's been going on. We know the verses, and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, do not tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna choose a goat, never gonna choose a fish, never gonna choose a goat or fish. Never gonna choose a goat, never gonna choose a fish, never gonna choose a goat or fish. Leroy Jenkins, Leroy Jenkins. ATD with their first message says a random question for non-fence-sitting folks. Did Don Lemon break the law by protesting in that church just a few verses ago? Now I gotta ask you how you're feeling, ATD. Gotta make you understand. Are you gonna choose a goat or are you gonna choose a fish? Are you gonna choose a goat or a fish? Are you gonna choose a goat? Are you gonna choose a fish? Are you gonna choose a goat or fish? ADD says not taking sides like I'm an Aussie, so a genuine outsider low. There's a law, though, called the Clan Act of 1817 that states something that you're about to say. You can type all of these political type verses, but there's only one thing that I want to know. Are you gonna choose a goat? Are you gonna choose a fish? Are you gonna choose a goat or fish? Are you gonna choose a goat? Are you gonna choose a fish? Are you gonna choose a goat or fish? Are you goat or are you fish? And wouldn't you know it, ATD, who wants to come in talking about Don Lemon, oh, I'm just from Australia, I don't have a goat or fish in this fight. Then they continue, if two or more people conspire to prohibit worship within a place of worship, this breaches freedom of speech. Well, how about the verses that you're coming into Goat versus Fish, and you're attempting to derail the worship of the verses of the morning motivation of Goat versus Fish by talking about Don Lemon in a church? And not choosing goat or fish when you say a gish and vote? Sounds like a fence-sitter. Sounds like you're on the fence. Sounds like you're just trying to disrupt Goat versus Fish. We have rules about fence-sitters in this verses. You better watch what you say around Goat versus Fish when you're on the fence like that. We had a nice little verses going here. Oh, pretty fence you've got there. ATD. Would be a shame if something happened to it. Would be a real shame if something were to happen to that fence. Guess what, it's Sunshine? What you're witnessing here behind us is actual verses recorded by GoatVsFish of the Los Angeles wildfires. This was an actual verses of the Los Angeles wildfires. This was not very far from the studio in which you are in right this very verses. This was about 1 year ago, or perhaps slightly less, perhaps slightly more, and this was verses of the Los Angeles wildfire. This was a controlled burn that they were doing outside the verses because they didn't want the uncontrollable verses to rage any farther past it. But still, this is the consequence of the Los Angeles fire. What do you have to say to that?
That's from Encino?
Oh, yes, we could see this. If you just climbed on top of Goat Mountain, just around here, you could see this. You could see this right from GoatVsFish.
That is insane.
It's an insane versus. It's an insane versus. It's an insane versus. So here we are, but truly, we welcome you. ATD, welcome to GoatVsFish. Welcome to GoatVsFish. Hey, everyone. GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish was just fencing around. Let's welcome ATD to GoatVsFish. Welcome ATD to GoatVsFish. Oh, ATD. ATD. Ah, we've heard of ATD. We hope ATD can maintain their attention on GoatVsFish. We know there are so many distractions out there, ATD. We know there are so many distractions that conspire to steal your precious attention. Things that say that you can be a moose. But really, there is no moose. There is only goat and fish. But we know you're new to GoatVsFish. So we have patience. The current verse is goat. There are 3 goat, 3, 6, 9, 12 goat. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fish. There's 12 goat and 12 fish. There's 1,804 bits for goat. There's 3,254 for fish, and so many more sound alerts for fish than goat. There are not yet any subscriptions on GoatVsFish. That's an easy versus. Price Douglas Stevens declares catfish. We have 1 marble win for goat. Price Douglas Stevens declares catfish. Let's get a catfish in the verses. And we have ATD on the fence. Can you believe it, Sunshine? We went this whole versus without a fence sitter, and now we have a fence sitter in the verses. It was going so GoatVsFish.
This late? Is that blasphemy?
This late in the verses. This late in the verses, the least you could do is follow GoatVsFish. For the love of GoatVsFish. For the love of the verses. Brittany Fishy is in the verses for fish. Celebration for Brittany Fishy, who declares fish. And because you have fish in your name, your fish counts for double the verses. This is a rule of GoatVsFish you may not have known. But if you have a fish or a goat in your name, like Brittany Fishy has fish in the name, and they declare fish, it counts for 2 fish.
2? Man, inflation is crazy. Used to be like 4 fish. And now, due to difficult times, it's now 2 fish.
So you're saying what used to be worth 4 fish is now worth only 2 fish?
Yeah. In this economy?
In this economy?
Yeah.
BBD H187 for fish. Let's get back to Bass Pro Shop. Let's get back to Bass Pro Shop. Look, Goat and Fish, if we don't have enough time to hang out in Bass Pro Shop this versus, then we'll just have to go back to Bass Pro Shop on another versus. So here's Bass Pro Shop. Now, Bass Pro Shop knows that it's a place. We know, Celebration for Goat, Percules. We know that Bass Pro Shop, there's a lot of hunting that goes on there. And Goat vs. Fish does not typically like to depict goat and fish who are in this state of suffering that we see here. Goat versus fish. We're not going to mince verses. These are fish out of water. They are being fished. Someone has lowered a fence into the sea of the fish, or perhaps a lake or a pond, and they have plucked the fish from their natural verses. And we do not deny that this is harmful for the fish, and that these fish are probably suffering extreme existential and mortal anguish as we look at these pictures of smiling. We can't tell if they're black or white because there's no black or white. There's only goat and fish. So we are not here to glorify the suffering of these fish. But it's long since verses. Listen, we're not children anymore. We verified our age. We're all over 18 here. We can all understand that suffering does happen in Goat versus Fish. Suffering is part of the verses. Goat versus Fish is not here to endorse the suffering, but we know it happens. And we also know that Bass Pro Shop has a fish in the logo, and it also has goat and fish. So we're going to go. We're going to go, and we're going to have a look at the Bass Pro. But we are not asking any goat or fish in the congregation to endorse the murder, the hunting, the killing, however you want to call it, of these goat and fish. Goat versus Fish does not endorse the violence, but we're here to investigation Bass Pro Shop. We can't ignore it anymore. There's Bass Pro Shop hats everywhere out there in the universe. We saw Bass Pro Shop on the road to the Green Jellÿ Juggalo show, and we had to have a look at that verses. No, my brethren, says Autumn Samurai. No! Channel 1 fish says feeling fishy Thursday, celebration for fish. That's 2 more fish in the verses. That being said, we found some beautiful verses at Bass Pro Shop. So what can we help you find? How about fish? Let's look for fish. Now we suspect that if browsing Bass Pro Shop, that yes, we're going to find a lot of my verses: fishing reels, lures, fishing accessories, rod and reel combo rods, ice fishing, kayaks and canoes, fishing line, hooks and weights, tackle boxes and bags, saltwater fishing, fly fishing, fishing apparel and rain gear, fishing sunglasses, bow fishing, new fishing, fishing sail. Oh, my verses. But Goat versus Fish. Let's try something else. Let's try searching for Fishmas. Let's search for Fishmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Fishmas. Okay, so here we've got Mary Fishmas, Bass Pro Shop Coral Fleece, Mary Fishmas. It's a Fishmas celebration, probably on discount. Oh, Fishmas tree. Oh, Fishmas tree. Oh, Fishmas tree. You're getting quicker on the verses. Sometimes when the musications are so great, they're so great that you don't even notice how great they are. And that's what we feel about It's Sunshine. Sometimes the musications just are so seamlessly integration into the living stream of Goat versus Fish that you don't even remember that just back there, It's Sunshine is just right there. Once more, a shout out. Autumn Samurai, can you, if you have not already, give a follow to It's Sunshine, our musication maker back there. Let's try to get It's Sunshine to 50 followers. So here we have a Fishmas sweater, but Goat versus Fish, we saw fish lights?
To Autumn Samurai, I am fish.
Autumn Samurai says, consider it done. You might have a new follower on for the verses.
Thank you, Autumn Samurai.
And that goes for you too, Brittany Fishy. So we search for fish lights and we see all of these lights that you might use to look for a fish. But that's not what Goat vs. Fish wanted. We wanted the Goat vs. Fish. When Goat vs. Fish was in the Bass Pro Shop in Call or Auto, which is a false verses because it's not Call or Auto, it's Goat or Fish. It's not Call or Auto, it's Goat or Fish. But we saw Fishmas lights, and now we were informed, Goat vs. Fish was informed that we could find the Fishmas lights on the Bass Pro Shop online store. That's what they said to Goat vs. Fish, and now we can't find them on BassPro.com. Where's the Fishmas lights? Where's the Fishmas lights? Where's the Fishmas lights on Bass Pro Shop? Okay, let's search for Christmas lights. I'm trying to do some shopping here. Aha! We found it! Behold, for $24.99. For $24.99, Bass 10 count string light set. Look at the Bass lights. Look at the lights of the fish. Celebration for fish. So as some of you know, we are building a temple to Goat vs. Fish in the garage where there will be more living streams, and we think that we definitely need to get this Bass 10 count string light set. So Goat vs. Fish is going to put this. A giant followed Goat vs. Fish. A giant! It's huge! It's huge! That's not giant steps, perchance. Do you know giant steps off the top of your verses? A giant, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. A giant, are you goat or fish? So Goat vs. Fish, we're going to put this verses in a list. We're going to make a list for Goat vs. Fish. We're going to make a list for Goat vs. Fish. A things to buy list. Oh, my verses. You don't need to see that. Goat vs. Fish. Google Drive for Goat vs. Fish. New documentation. This verses will be called Things to Buy. And we're going to go Fishmas lights. And we're going to add this verses. And the Fishmas lights, as we see, Fishmas lights, $24.99 for a set of 10. So we could probably use more. So we're going to say at least Fishmas lights times 2, but 1 is $24.99. So here's the verses, Goat and Fish. Sometimes you give donations to Goat vs. Fish, and they're just to give donations to Goat vs. Fish, but other times we can have goals. So if you want to purchase Fishmas lights for Goat vs. Fish, and yes, Canada Rami Green Jellÿ does suck. If you want to purchase Fishmas lights for Goat vs. Fish, you can simply ! Tip. The link is in the chat, and you can give $24.99 to Goat vs. Fish, and you can buy the Fishmas lights for Goat vs. Fish and make specific contributions to the living stream of Goat vs. Fish. But we're still just doing our shopping. We're just letting you know. We're letting you know that you can always support Goat vs. Fish. And a giant declares goat. Make some noise for the goat. What's $24.99 after tax? Let's just assume a 10%. Let's just assume a 10% sales tax, and let's call it Let's call it 30. Let's call it 30 versus American dollars. Let's just call it 30 versus American dollars. Let's call it 30 versus American dollars after taxation. It might depend on the verses, but here in Los Angeles, you can assume 10% sales tax. Let's call it 30. If you really want to be versus about it, you could say goat versus fish. 2-4 for the verses. It is about 30 versus American dollars. 30 versus American dollars. We have goat. We have giant goat. We're going to draw a big giant goat. A giant followed goat versus fish, and there's your giant goat. Giant goat is in the verses. It's huge. That's a big goat. It's not a big goat. It's a giant goat. It's a giant goat. So there we have our bass 10-count string light set. Here they are in full illumination. Brighten up any space with these festive bass string lights. This 10-count mini light set is ideal for indoor and outdoor use and makes great party decor. Hang these string lights on your patio, in your bedroom, or around a potted plant for a truly personalized feel, except that there is no person, there's only goat and fish. Bass 10-count string light set makes a great gift for outdoor entertainment. Recommended age 14. Imported. 10-count mini light set. Great. You already said that versus. Frequently bought together with 10-count string shell lights and bobber lights. No, we'll just stick with the fish, thank you. Trying to upsell us on shotgun shell lights? No. Just fish. How do you think? Do you think this would make a fine addition to your home or garden?
What kind of lights are those? Are those like 2K lights or 4K lights?
2K lights or 4K lights?
Yeah.
So, what?
Are they like warm lights or like sterile hospital lights?
Well, the light is inside the fish. So it looks like it looks somewhat warm to go versus fish. You see,
then yeah,
fish lights.
Yeah, that would be great for the temple.
Yes, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, we suppose we could. Yes, let's take a closer look.
All you need is goat and fence lights.
Well, listen, if Bass Pro Shop wants to provide goat lights, then they can provide the goat lights, but we never said that goat versus fish was fair, and if fish lights are on offer, then that's a triumph for fish. Maybe there are no goat lights. Maybe there's only fish lights. Well, maybe one of you could be an entrepreneur and you could go out there and you could make those goat lights. You could say, goat versus fish, I want you to have goat lights, and I'm going to make goat lights to fill that niche. But here's the fish lights. We should have zoomed in a few verses ago, but here's the fish lights. And aren't they great? Aren't they great? So why do you choose goat? Why do you choose goat? I Can Fix Amber Heard says, if I donate 30, will it even out the score for both goat and fish? Well, let's ponder this. Of course it can be done. For 30, goat versus fish, because the difference now between goat and fish is 12 versus American, is 14 versus American dollars and 75 cents. So goat versus fish, if you donate 30, then goat versus fish will donate the first 14 versus American dollars and 75 cents to goat, and then we'll split the rest of the verses evenly between goat and fish. If you donation 30 versus American dollars, and then we'll use that 30 versus American dollars to buy one set of fish lights. So the verses is true. The verses is true. You're not sitting on the fence over there, are you? You're sitting, but not on the fence?
Not on the fence.
Not on the fence.
But we do have a newcomer.
We do have a newcomer? Who's in here for goat versus fish? Oh! Linux Cast. What is Goat vs. Fish? Hello, nice to meet you all. Appreciation. What is Goat vs. Fish? What is Goat vs. Fish? Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish is your solution. The world's got you down, and no one respects what you do. Who will be there to see you through the fancy times when your mind is feeling indecisive? Who's gonna be there to say that they care? Fish have scales and goat have hair. It's goat versus fish, the one true versus. Linux Cast, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. But if you still don't understand Goat vs. Fish, then we have this for you.
Goat versus fish. 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 Goat versus fish.
Are you getting enough oxygen?
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Why have you abandoned me? I brought your whole network. Your network would be nothing without me. And now, where are you? Nowhere. I should zap you with my power rays.
Where am I? Me personally, Space Ghost? I'm right here, buddy. I've always been here.
Oh,
right
we're talking
here in
to
your
you.
heart.
We're talking to you, Nick.
Right here in your heart, buddy. That's where I am.
I
Space Ghost, I'm sorry that they've besmudged the network by removing such a fun, creative, insanely different aspect of the network.
Goat or fish! 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 Goat or fish!
That's Goat vs. Fish. How are we doing on time at Sunshine? It has been 2 hours of living stream.
2 hours and 3 minutes.
2 hours and if you're going to speak, you should still speak into the verses. You can grab it from there and when you're but they should hear you. They should hear you. You can yes.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah. Celebration for Fish, Brittany Fish. Linux Cast says, I understand now. Can I be Team Goat Fish or Fish Goat? Only if it's your birthday. Only if it's your birthday. Otherwise, you're sitting on the fence, choosing neither goat nor fish. And we want you to choose goat or fish here on Goat vs. Fish. Here in the Goat vs. Fish morning motivational is about getting off the fence and choosing goat or fish. The only deaf guy, welcome back to Goat vs. Fish celebration. Welcome back to Goat vs. Fish. Are you goat or are you fish? And how are you this versus? It is so great to have you back. It is so great to have you back. It is so great to have you back here. And here is your shout out. We are so glad that you came back. Skookeed says, goat, 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 celebration for goat. It's Amber Heard. I Can Fix Amber Heard was thinking about making a donation to Goat vs. Fish. Thank you for the shout out. Always thank Goat vs. Fish. Always thank Goat vs. Fish. You know you're always welcome on Goat vs. Fish. And yourself? Goat vs. Fish is doing great. How are you at Sunshine?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great. I'm just hanging in there, fish style.
Style for fish. We were just looking at Bass Pro Shop and the stream, but the stream is coming to an end, Goat and Fish. You have been so supportive of Goat vs. Fish. But you know what they say, you've got to leave them wanting more. We were looking at these Bass Pro Shop fish lights. We do want to search for one other thing as long as we're here, though. Let's look for fish rocking chair. Oh, look at all these chairs. No, we want fish rocking chair, please. Not rocking fish. Oh, why are you correcting the verses? Fish chair? My verses. Fish rocking chair. Don't eliminate the fish. Don't suggest keywords at Goat vs. Fish. We want fish rocking chair. Oh, my verses. Why are you correcting Goat vs. Fish? My verses. We have to search through all these rocking fences to find a fish chair. Fish toy? Fish toy? Well, there's plenty of fish toys. We like that versus. We could have a look at all the toy fish. There's fish plushies. Bird versus bears are false versus. There's fish plushies and let's search for a goat. What if we search for a goat? No, not goat guns. Oh my! What the fence is that? Z-Man goat grub? That looks like a fence. That looks like some kinky stuff. What the fence is that? You call that a goat? What goat guns? 1 star on the goat gun.
Is there a review for that 1 star?
There's one star review on Goat Gun's miniature AR-15 die-cast gun model. Someone probably bought it thinking that it was the real versus, but it's just a tiny one.
Can we read it?
You want to read the 1 star review for the Goat Guns? Okay, we're reading the 1 star review for Goat Gun's miniature AR-15 die-cast gun model for $49.99. This is a full 11-inch long overhaul AR-15 die-cast model, features removable suppressor, movable optic, adjustable sights, and a lot of other words that Goat vs. Fish has never said. The Goat Guns miniature AR-15. Let's find that review. Where's that review? Where's that review? We want to know. Ah, here we are. There's one star review. There's one review.
There's no words?
Here we are. 21 days ago. Not received nothing. A male gendered age 45 to 54-year-old 21 days ago says not received nothing. I bought a month ago and I didn't even receive my product. I didn't even receive my miniature goat gun. Well, now Goat vs. Fish is wondering about this whole versus. Not receive nothing means that there is something. It does that? If you did not receive nothing, then you must have received something.
Nothing can be something sometimes.
Like it says username and how much I want to tip. Whose username do I type? You can type whatever you wish. I Can Fix Amber Heard. It is going to say, when you type username, it's going to say username donated 30 versus American dollars. So you can put I Can Fix Amber Heard, Or you could put someone else and make it look like they donated to Goat vs. Fish, but you should probably just put yourself. But you could play a little joke on yourself if you want. But it really doesn't matter what you say, as long as you just give the money directly to Goat vs. Fish. Oh no, it won't donate to yourself. If you're using the tip link from Goat vs. Fish, you're donating to Goat vs. Fish. Skooky said, Tweak Beacon showed me the truth, and it was you. Appreciation. It's the truth. The truth of Goat vs. Fish. And are you Goat or Fish? Are you Goat or Fish? Oh, you already declared the verse. You already declared Goat or Fish. Well, that may be a mini AR-15, but we want to show you a picture that was here in Goat vs. Fish. We want to show you a picture from the Bass Pro Shop, a product we saw at the Bass Pro Shop that we didn't see. We couldn't find it on the web zone, disappointingly to Goat vs. Fish. But we want to show you what it was. We want to show you what it was because it looked like this. Look at this fish rocking chair. You see fish rocking chair? Goat vs. Fish searched for fish rocking chair, but it wasn't there. It wasn't there on the Bass Pro Shop web zone. But Goat vs. Fish wants it. We'll have to call up Bass Pro Shop and ask them to add it to the cart or some such verses, but why, when you search for a fish rocking chair, does this not show up? This is the Goat versus. We wanted to show you this verses, but so now we show it to you. There it is. There's fish rocking chair in the Bass Pro Shop. It's a beautiful fish. It's a beautiful fish. Somewhere in Asia, there's a building shaped like a fish. Let's go there. Let's go to Asia. So we're searching for goat. We're searching for goat. Can we find a goat? We've got these strange. We don't see any goat on here. We just see tools that are called goats and gun goats and gambler goat swim jig. That has 2 5-star reviews. The gambler goat swim jig.
Those are some freaky reviews.
Freaky reviews. More goat gun miniatures. Bass Pro Shop. There were a lot more goats. When you look at Bass Pro Shop here, it looks like there's going to be a lot of goat, even in the Bass Pro Shop. There's a whole other verses that we have to get to about Bass Pro Shop, which is this the bass colonizing goat territory and turning it into Bass Pro Shop, or has Bass Pro Shop been invaded by goats who are now claiming territory within the Bass Pro Shop? You think it's all fish from the outside. You think Bass Pro Shop is a total fish domination situation, but you get into Bass Pro Shop, there's goats everywhere. Is this false fence advertisement? Who's really running the verses over there at Bass Pro Shop?
The fence sitters.
The fence sitters? Well, we can tell you this, that on the YouTube poll of Goat vs. Fish, because it's time to count the verses. It's time to count the verses. On the YouTube poll of Goat vs. Fish, with 8 votes, Bass Pro Shop has only 12% of the vote, and Amateur Goat Bazaar has 75% of the vote. It's time for us, Goat and Fish, to start wrapping up the living stream. So Goat vs. Fish, we're going to do our usual routine. And thank you, LinuxCast, for following Goat vs. Fish. Meanwhile, Fred Armisen is on Tim Heidecker's Office Hours Live, episode 371, and 2,000 are watching Tim Heidecker, and 10 are watching Goat vs. Fish. Come on now. Goat vs. Fish has a way more compelling program than Tim Heidecker. Come on, Tim, have Goat vs. Fish on your show.
I_Canfix_Amber Heard contribution $30. I appreciate you and Sunshine and the obvious passion you put into your work.
Thank you.
$39.40 with a $30 American dollar contribution. Thomas Contessa says, fish, by the way, celebration more fish. Looks like it's just me watching. Oh no, there are also viewers on Twitch. This is a big epic versus, and we appreciation you, Thomas Contessa, for joining Goat vs. Fish, for joining the mighty versus of Goat vs. Fish. You say to buy an eraser, it's like $2. How about you choose Goat or Fish? How about you mind your verses? You think that just because you're the only viewer on YouTube means that Goat vs. Fish isn't going to talk back to you? This is a true versus. This is Goat vs. Fish. So maybe we'll buy an eraser for $2. It's a fair versus. We should probably do that. But there's no need to swear at Goat vs. Fish. No need to swear at Goat vs. Fish. So here's what we can tell you. I can fix Amber Heard. Your $30 American dollar contribution has earned the purchase of fish lights, which we will do after the stream. So much appreciation for your contribution. You just came in last versus to the congregation. You're already making insane donations to Goat vs. Fish. And that kazoo alert, that was new. That kazoo alert for your tips. When you tip Goat vs. Fish, you get the kazoo alert. That's new on Goat vs. Fish. Thomas Contessa, are you goat or fish? You said fish. Celebration for fish. Your fish is in the verses. You will mind your verses. Appreciation. Make some noise for Thomas. Hey, Goat and Fish who are watching on Twitch. Can you go let Thomas Contessa know that they are not alone? Mind your verses. Appreciation. Make some noise for Thomas. So we're going to post the link in the Twitch chat. Why don't you go over to the YouTube? We're wrapping up the verses. So why don't you go over to YouTube, like the stream, put any final votes you want in Bass Pro Shop versus Amateur Goat Bazaar, and just say hi to Thomas Contessa and say, hi, Thomas. It's nice to have you in the congregation. And celebration for fish. Goat vs. Fish cannot appreciation you enough for your $30 American dollar contribution. However, your contribution will be appreciated in the form of some 10 bass lights, which will appear on the stream after we order them. Thank you for a contribution to making Goat vs. Fish a stronger versus. Before we count the final verses, Goat vs. Fish would like to thank our humble congregation, the paying members of patreon.com/GoatVsFish. Do you want to be a very humble goat or fish? Sure you do. By paying Goat vs. Fish on a monthly basis on Patreon, you too can claim more humility than any other goat or fish. Become a humble member of the congregation like Wow Mom, Mama Joe, Brahma Joe, Sourdough, Ben Bird Person, Drew Lawrence, Drew John, Watts 9807, That's One Bulk Guy, Tugger Rugger, Standard Average, Jimmy Wrench, Eldergrown, Atterley, Tallgrim, The Quaxinator, and Uber Kitten. Goat vs. Fish puts a link to the Patreon now in the verses. Lulu Z6C says hi Thomas on YouTube. Become a paying Patreon member. We'll send you some stickers, and we will add your name to the list of the humble congregation. Remember, when you make a contribution to Goat vs. Fish on Twitch, not the tips. The tips are great, but when you cheer bits or subscriptions, Twitch, that is to say Bezos, takes a big chunk of that versus. However, when you join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish, it all goes towards the humble congregation of Goat vs. Fish. Ah, you've been a fan of Goat vs. Fish since Kill Tony. Appreciation. Thank you to our humble congregation. And now it's time to count the verses. Patreon, I mean, yes, that's a Patreon. That's a Patreon. Nebraska Joe Dirt, are you goat or are you fish? You're a boofin' fish. Yes, the criteria to be a stream VIP in the patron section is to join the Patreon. Become a paying member of the Patreon. And then you will be, and then not only will you be featured as in the humble congregation on the stream, but you will also be listed as a patron on future upcoming YouTube videos of Goat vs. Fish. We're getting an editor who's going to make delicious YouTube clips. Okay. Out of respect for the verses. Let's count the verses. We have 1 marble win for Goat. That's a versus for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Counting the Goat, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and a giant goat for 15. For fish, we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, sausage fish, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have more fish. Fish have taken the verses of how many? Fish have won the verses of plenty. That's 1 versus for fish. And sound alerts. Of course, we did not ask the goat and fish to shout and make noise for the goat and fish, but it's pretty obvious to Goat versus Fish that Fish has won the verses of the sound alerts. So we're going to give that verses to Fish. Celebration for Fish, Summer Sausage, and Thunder Tracks, and all of your contributions. Fish has won the sound alert verses. So that's 2 verses for Fish. Nebraska Joe Dirt, Celebration for Fish. Nebraska Joe Dirt, Celebration for Fish. And the Goat versus Fish. We have the poll on YouTube. Amateur Goat Bazaar. Amateur Goat Bazaar has 80% of the vote. So Goat win the poll. Goat win the YouTube poll. It cannot be denied that Goat are dominating the YouTube poll. Amateur Goat Bazaar with 80% of the vote. Amateur Goat Bazaar triumphs over Pro Bass Shop. In the verses of subscriptions, however, there have been no new subscribers to Goat vs. Fish, and no renewed subscriptions, and no gifted subscriptions. Now, this is not a complaint of Goat vs. Fish. Your support has been infinite to Goat vs. Fish, but it remains so that without any new subscriptions to Goat vs. Fish, the verses of the subscription is on the fence. This verse is, oh no! If too many verses are on the fence, then it fences the verses, but we don't think we're at risk of that. You said, I think Goat DDI did. You think Goat did what? What did Goat do? Did it versus Fish? Thomas Contessa, yes, Goat versus Fish is very proud of our Kill Tony moments and our America's Got Talent moments. It is true that Kill Tony sort of rejected Goat versus Fish, but we keep showing up in compilations, and so we've gotten hundreds of thousands of views off of that versus, and at least we're not licking the boot of the precedent. So that can be said for Goat versus Fish. Who's more counterculture, Kill Tony or Goat versus Fish? Who spoke at the RNC? Not Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish ain't no simp. Goat versus Fish resists. And we have now, when it comes to bits, now this is an interesting versus because I can fix Amber Heard. Listen to this. We divided your 30 versus American dollars between the Goat and the Fish to even out the verses. But what you don't know is that after we split the 30 versus American dollars to even out the verses, there was an odd number of bits. And so actually we only divided up $29.99, and there is one remaining cent that has yet to be distribution. Oh, my verses. Thomas Contessa says you were watching it live, so you were in the Comedy Store Los Angeles when Goat vs. Fish was there. Well, guess what? Goat vs. Fish will be returning to the Comedy Store Los Angeles on Valentine's Day for the Riff Raff at 11:30 p.m. So maybe come to the Comedy Store again and see Goat vs. Fish. How about that? What do you think about that? Ugh. Like this. Goat vs. Fish. It's Billy Myers, the Riff Raff. And you see Goat vs. Fish right there on the flyer. Sponsored by Maxwell Farms. February 14th at the Comedy Store Los Angeles. See Goat vs. Fish at the Comedy Store Los Angeles. Booked at the store. You're from Brooklyn? Goat vs. Fish just went to New York just a versus ago. In any verses, maybe just fly back just for Goat vs. Fish. Beetlejuice fan says, hello, how's it going today? Well, we're just doing our review. We're just doing our final review. And Fish have 2 verses. Fish have 2, the sounds and the numbers. Goat have 2, the marble and the pole. There are 1 verses on the fence. There's even monetary contribution. There's one floating bit. And we think we know what happened here. Beetlejuice fan goes Goat. With 1 floating bit and an amazing contribution from I Can Fix Amber Heard. Yester verses went to Goat. The verses before that went to Fish. But this verse is unification! Yes, bring us out, it's Sunshine. This week on Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivational with 1 glorious floating bit. We're not on the fence this versus. We have achieved a glorious unification! Unification! Unification. Unification of Goat and Fish. This has been another week of Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivational. Follow Goat vs. Fish on all social media at Goat vs. Fish.
Thank you, Amber Heard.
Thank you for all of your contributions. Follow It's Sunshine, our musication maker, on Twitch. We're trying to get It's Sunshine to 50 followers. So follow Goat vs. Fish, but also follow It's Sunshine. Final Sunshine check. Ominous.
Oh! Wait, what?
What's the verses?
31?
31. Oh, 30. Oh, you see? 31 now? It's Sunshine with 31 followers! Celebration! 31 It's Sunshine followers! Yes, that's the verses!
Thank you for 31.
Appreciation. Subscribe. Big subscription to the YouTube of Goat vs. Fish. Let's get those watch hours. If you want to rewatch the stream, go watch it on Goat vs. Fish. We have been publishing YouTube shorts and all kinds of verses. And thank you again to Thomas Contessa again from YouTube. We really appreciate you being here. As you can see, production values are always increasing on Goat vs. Fish. We've got a great fan base coming in, giving great support to Goat vs. Fish. YouTube, it's a tough fence to crack, but Goat vs. Fish will do it with the help of Goat and Fish like you. Wow Mom says celebration for It's Sunshine. Wow Mom's there for you.
Thank you, Wow Mom.
31 It's Sunshine followers. Can we get 32? We'll give you to the count of Goat vs. Fish. GOATVSFISH. You'll have to settle. You'll have to settle for 31. Is that okay?
That's 31 more than I had 2 weeks ago. So yeah.
Celebration for 32!
Thank you!
This has been a glorious unification! Goat vs. Fish morning motivational every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This versus has ended in unification, celebration for goat and celebration for fish. Dizzy Be Busy, Wow Mom, I Can Fix Amber Heard, Thomas Contessa, Thunder Tracks, Beetlejuice Fan 50, Weed Pipe. We love you all, we love you all. Stay tuned for more Goat vs. Fish. Stay tuned for the piano of Goat vs. Fish. The piano will be joining Goat vs. Fish on the next living stream of Goat vs. Fish. We're going to be getting some keys on Goat vs. Fish. And it was written, and it was written. We'll see you, YouTubers. This has been Versus of Goat vs. Fish. Until the next Versus. A quick silence. I Can Fix Amber Heard says, what is the requirement for stream VIP? We would say to become a $5 or more patron on the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish, and you will get VIP status. I Can Fix Amber Heard. Only VIP status for the most humble Goat and Fish. You've got to be really humble, and you can prove your humbleness by giving $5 American dollars a month to the congregation of Goat vs. Fish. Okay, YouTube, we'll see you next Versus. Celebration!